If your family needs to beat the summer heat, the Radisson Hotel and Water Park in Albuquerque is definitely the place to be. Paul Brown is the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Radisson. And welcome, Paul. So nice to have you here with us.
Thank you. I wish I'd brought the surf machine with us.
I know. It would be fun. Well, maybe we'll have to head over there. Kristen and I one day we'll try it out ourselves. And I mean, I hear such great things. When I moved here last fall, everyone was talking about that's definitely the place to be in the summertime. And so I want to ask you first and foremost, what makes it so unique?
What makes it so, well, the only water park in New Mexico.
Yes.
You've got 26 different water features that you play with, everything from 300-foot long body slides to, we have the only dual FlowRider in this part of the country.
What's a FlowRider? Not the rapper, right?
FlowRider, no. A FlowRider is that dual surf machine that you saw in the beginning earlier video.
That's what that was. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
There's 50,000 gallons of water shooting uphill, and you get on a surfboard or a boogie board and you come downhill.
Wow, that's very cool.
It is very cool.
It really makes you feel like you're in another place, not necessarily here in New Mexico.
You are in another place.
You really are, huh?
Yeah.
So now, when did it actually open?
Opened in March of 2010.
Okay, so
it's been just over a year that it's been open.
Okay, so now we're looking, of course, at what the viewers would have in store if they go to the water park. Tell me some of the things we're looking at right here.
That's the body slide.
Okay. Oh,
and there's the FlowRider, of course. And you can do you can use a surfboard and stand up on those waves, or you can do a boogie board as he's doing, which is where we usually start people with their lessons. We do conduct a surfing school every morning before we open. So if you want lessons on how to surf, we'll do it.
That is so cool. Now, is there an actual age range as to how old you have to be able to do some of these things?
No, it's a height restriction.
Okay, just height restriction.
You have to be 47 inches tall to do some of the big some of the big slides and some of the FlowRider.
Okay, and how big is the whole water park?
It's a little over 30,000 square feet.
Wow, that's big. That's a lot. And how can people actually access the park?
Just make a reservation to stay at the hotel on one of our water park packages. Okay. Or if you'd like, you can bring a group. If you have a group of 10 or more, call us and we book birthday parties, church groups, community centers, all the youth groups have come in.
That has to be such a fun way to celebrate an occasion.
It is an incredible way to celebrate an occasion.
And especially this time of year, you know, it's so hot, and I think a lot of people are missing the water, people who come from places where there's an ocean, or, you know, like myself and Kristen. And it's such a great option for people.
Well, it's also an option if you really don't want to be out in the sun all day in the water, but you want to be in the water. It's perfect.
Yeah, and now, okay, now let me ask you this. Do you get a lot more locals, or do you get a lot more tourists?
It's pretty evenly mixed.
Is it?
You know, half the population of that state lives here in the Albuquerque area. And they are a big customer base for us, and they are there frequently.
That's so amazing. And then now so you actually have to book a reservation to stay at the hotel.
If you come as your family, yes, you need a reservation to stay at the hotel.
Okay.
And we book special water park packages.
Okay.
But if you don't want to stay at the hotel and you have 10 or more people, we're allowed to take groups with advanced reservations, and we book them in family reunions and the birthday parties, and I've booked a wrestling team in there.
Wow, that's fun. And I also want to emphasize safety is a very big important factor for you as well.
Absolutely. Our staff undergo more stringent training programs than even the Red Cross requires.
Really?
They have to go through an extra 20 or 24 hours a month, and we have a minimum of 18 lifeguards on at all times.
That's great. See, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think a lot of parents think about it, but maybe they're skeptical about the safety of their children, so that's wonderful to know. And I also want to mention that the water park was actually featured on the Travel Channel's Bert the Conqueror. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Bert the Conqueror, as you know, is a sort of a challenge show.
Yes.
And Bert they were filming in Santa Fe, or in Taos, excuse me, at Angel Fire.
Okay.
And they wanted to come down and see if Bert could conquer the FlowRider, and we had a 9-year-old girl who beat him.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
So
she must have some serious bragging rights.
She'd been practicing.
Okay, so what about you? Have you been on any of the No?
They have not yet.
We haven't got you on the FlowRider.
I have not been on the FlowRider. I know my limits. I quit skiing years ago.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm kind of a wimp myself.
Well, I'm going for the big tube slide.
Okay, I'll have to come out there.
That's
and try
that orange one that you see outside the building.
Yes, I love that.
That's the one.
Okay, I'll try that if you try that.
I'll be there. Okay.
Let's tell all our viewers how that they can find you, so that they can head on out, especially on these hot weekends.
Please give us a call. Call that number, ask to book your reservations for the water park, and we'll be glad to help you.
Yes, and you can certainly go to waterparknewmexico.com for more information online. So very easy to find.
Very simple.
And certainly worth your while. Just bring those bathing suits, right?
Bring those bathing suits and bring those kids.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Now, ladies, you don't need to worry so much about the bathing suits, but you do need to lose the sweatpants and the t-shirts, because a casual lifestyle doesn't mean that you actually have to dress down. Coming up, we're going to show you the latest trends in active, spa, and travel wear that actually makes sense.